Hey, welcome. Tim McMahon here. I enjoyed our first session together. I thought I'd put this little video together, kind of recap everything since I forgot to record it. So here we're going to make it a little easier for you to have a reference point and a chance to go back and look at some other stuff. This is campaign one. This is when we start the whole process of figuring out how to market stuff, how to make it come together in a big old celebration called a campaign. We talked about the idea of the focus on strategy and execution in this particular course, and that means that we want to achieve business and marketing objectives. That's the primary thing we do marketing for. Business objectives first, and then marketing objectives that support the business. Marketers integrate message. That's the whole concept. When you integrate, you're actually finding a way to meet the potential demand for the product in the best possible way so that you can actually trigger conversion. That's the whole idea. That messaging is what it's all about. The course goal is to explore creative aspects of campaign and explore core concepts that transcend marketing channels by studying how creative strategy is executed across the marketing mix. We aim to apply the learning to the real world through development of a comprehensive integrated media plan. Real world is a conception that I want you to think about there. This is, we're going to try to do as much as we possibly can where we actually replicate what happens in a real situation. The way we think, we think about learning is that, we collect info. That's me 40 years ago, lecturing, if you will, or having a discussion about what we do and how we do it. And this is the means by which you collect, gather new information, then we try connect you. You break into small groups and work on an exercise. It allows you to practice the new knowledge, and then you come back and you actually present it. During the presentation, what we're asking here is everybody kind of look at it and critique it, understand, help people understand. You can't pick it up all in one sweep. So when we have a healthy discussion and people bring up clarifying ideas and questions, and things get to be exciting in terms of learning. So we begin with the professor, then we have some discussion, and you present. That's the whole concept. It works something like this. This is, for example, a little slide that says, purpose of a business is to create and keep a customer. How would you connect more deeply with this statement? Well, it might mean that some examples of how this takes place in business: customer relationship management, loyalty programs, content marketing, value added. Present your ideas then. Once you've had that little confab with your small group, you present your idea to the class, get feedback, clarify relationships, and so forth, and try to get a better fix on apprehending the learning of marketing. Here's a typical class. Begins, at the top of the hour. Go 15 minutes. We discuss the previous week's content. We jump into that new content that I introduce, and you then spend a little time talking about together, coming up with your ideas and your point of view on the subject. We come back and you report. Each team reports, and that's when everybody kind of critiques, challenges, and asks clarifying questions and things like that. We then take a little break, and we come back and essentially do it again. That's what it comes down to. So that's the way a class typically run. The only exception to that is we have speakers, and we'll have some guest speakers, probably 2 or 3. They may zoom in, and they may actually be live in classroom. Here's the course structure. This is what you need to know. Now, the course description itself, their texts are very good. They're solid. You do need to buy them, and you do need to read them, even if you share them. I don't care, but you have to at least get a handle on it. David Aker. These books are not necessarily. Aker's book is old, but it doesn't matter. This stuff is gold. It's what works. Brand identity is an interesting kind of way to think about how we brand things, how we actually become, connected to brands. And then the integrated marketing text is really going to be the core learning. I've been teaching back in 2007, here at NYU. I was the first full-time teaching professor in the PRCC program. I have then since taught several different places. I currently, since 2011, have been full-time professor of practice, associate professor of practice at Creighton-Heider College of Business in Omaha, Nebraska, my home. I've been head of advertising at Pizza Hut and then Conagra Foods, which was a very large Fortune 126 billion company at the 100,000 employees, and big brands like Healthy Choice and Butterball and Redenbacher and Slim Jim and all that kind of fun stuff. I also founded and led an award-winning marketing services firm for more than a decade. My largest client then bought me out, and I went to work for them full-time as SVP of marketing for the company. That's Conagra Foods. I hold an MA from Hall and a PhD from Gonzaga. I love to travel, spend time with my family. That's my socials over there. You'll really find most of my work that I do is LinkedIn. I do follow the others pretty regularly. Contact me anytime. Get that 100 times. Courses delivered live in classroom. Classroom sessions will be recorded, except when the professor forgets, like the first night. But I will try to do these sorts of things. I think they're a little more succinct and, give you kind of a lay of the land as to what we discussed. Attendance is required. Be there. If you're not, let me know. Each class meeting focuses on a discussion topic. 2 will become combining basically the academic and practical applications so that we have a real world play. Lectures are combined in lesson decks, textbook readings, video groups. It's we follow that whole process we do at the program here. Attendance and participation in each is expected from each student. We want that to reflect your learning attempts. You can't just sit back and audit. If you do that, just read the book and get back to me. But that's not what we do. Students will be assigned a project team to work with and deliver the final core C-suite symphony assignment, as we call it. Teams will have time in class to work on the exercises, though you will also have to find some time outside to be able to help each other. Each team will report their work at the end of the exercise in a class, and that will be kind of what we talked about before, this whole thing of learning, talking about it, and then feeding it back. And kind of way that works. Learning components, just like we said, the prepare, the demonstrate, the explore, and the reflect concept that we use in the program, that works here. Technology, we're going to use it. We're also going to be using generative AI, and that's very, very important because, that's what you're doing these days. It's your future. That's where you're going. That's what it's going to be. Participation, you must participate. If you don't, I'm going to say, hey, got to participate. Got to bring a little something. So this is the assignment. If you want to look at it, in kind of a snapshot sort of a way. I'll also try to post this for you so that you have kind of at a glance look at all the assignments that are due in the course. But that's it. The grading assignment and grading and assessment program is really pretty simple. All of that will be listed in Brightspace, as you'll see, but we begin. Everybody has to do a topic report. It might be doing it in the 3rd week. It might be doing it in the 12th week. We don't know. So that's just kind of the way you're going to sign up for it and what you're going to end up doing. But each week, some student is going to present to the class, 1 or 2, actually. And you will then be clarifying. You'll be a person that goes out and researches something class is interested in. Each week, weeks through 11, you will be introducing a AHA report at Brightspace assignments. It's 100 words or less. Just tell me what the most interesting thing you learned from that week. 2 exams, 1 midterm and 1 final. Both of them are open book. Both of them are essentially an opportunity just to learn a little bit. Or you should be able to pass them with ease, and it shouldn't be a whole lot of stress. They are online, multiple attempts. Dynamic duo case answers. You have bought some cases. They're very important to this particular class, and you will work in a dynamic duo with a partner and answer several questions. You want to go look at it. Do that now. They're under dynamic duo assignments. Written homework assignments. There will be some of those also, and there are kind of feed to the whole C-suite symphony project, which will be, your big thing we do. But we'll start that early on, building. We'll build a number of different assignments to get the big C-suite symphony presentation in the last class. This is kind of the way it looks on a layout basis. By the way, this deck that I'm going through is also available at Brightspace, and you'll be able to access it at your leisure. So prep for week 2, the Synapse case, create a new social media campaign. Read that, get the Harvard back, and also read the chapter 3, chapter 1, 2, and 3 for that matter, in integrated marketing communications. And the brand identity breakthrough piece is very important. Read that chapter 1. Can you tell a good story? That's going to be a critical part of what we do here. All right, so that's what that's all about. Those just boom, 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 and boom. We'll be assigning a student presentation thing also, and we'll also be doing a little exercise to create teams. Okay, that's it, man. Thanks for a great class. We shall see you online or in the classroom. Thanks.